Hello and welcome to my ICT Hub. This is John, your ICT tutor, making ICT concepts easier. Today I'll be solving the document production aspect of the May June 2023 paper 2-2 IGCSE ICT 0417 paper. Okay, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's start. Okay, so this is the paper Information and Communication Technology paper 2-2 May June 2023. It's comprised of three aspects. We have the document production, the database, and the presentation. Today we'll be looking at the document production. I beg your pardon. All right, let's start out quickly. Here you have been supplied with the following source files. Let's confirm with that. All right, that's what we have here. Source files are complete. The first task says evidence documents. Open the file J2322 evidence.rtf. Make sure that your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page of the document. Save the documents in your work area as evidence, followed by your candidate number for candidate number for examination. What's that? Candidate number, for example, evidence E9999. And you will need your evidence documents during the examination to place screenshots when required. All right, let's get that paper. Evidence. Here we have evidence. Okay, I'm using Microsoft Office 2021, just so you may know. I'm going to be placing my details in the header. That's just above document. I want to make it align to the right. I just use the shortcut, but better still, you could just use this, align it to the right. Okay, now let me place my name. I have a center number and a candidate number. Right, that is saved, and I'm going to save the file as evidence 00001. All right, saved there. Okay, now let's get into the question. The documents proper. Now you are going to edit a document about virtual cycling. The company uses a complete house style for all their documents. Paragraph styles must be created and applied as instructed. Now, using suitable software, open the file J232 to virtual.rtf. That's rich text format. The page setup is set to A4, landscape orientation with 2.5 centimeters margin. Do not make any changes to this. Let's open up this file. We go to our source files here. So we have J21 here. Oh, sorry, let me get the name again. Virtual. Okay, so this is virtual here. Okay, once again, I'm using Microsoft Office 2021. That is opened. Now I use the Alt tab to cycle across the windows, just in case you are wondering how to do that. These paragraph styles three paragraph styles have already been created. Do not make any changes. Let's confirm that quickly. We go to our styles group. Okay, here we have three paragraph styles. What are they? We have the VC body, VC table, and the VC title have been created. Also, let's take a look at our page setup. We have landscape, we have the margins 2.5 cm, and we have it at A4. All right, now we are not making any changes to that. Save the document in your work area with the file name vcycling. Make sure that it is saved in the format of the software you are using. All right, so to save that, we're going to be using save as, browse, because we want to change the file name and the file type to document. Okay, recycling, and that is saved. Now let's continue with the question. Placing your evidence document screenshots to show the file has been saved. Make sure that there is evidence of the file type. Okay, so let's go to evidence documents. Here we have it, the file name and the file type. If you don't have the file type displayed, that is by the extension, file extension, you just want to come to your view, click on show, and then file extension. I'm using Microsoft Windows 11. So just in case you need to know if you don't have a similar view in your own end. Okay, now to screenshot this, we are going to use the Windows key, Shift and S. That will pop up the screenshots, and I could just screenshot that and then go to my evidence document, and let's drop that file. Okay, that picture there, recycling. Let's continue back, with a question. Second question says, place in the header of the recycling document the text report by followed by a space and your name, center number, and candidate number right aligned. So this is in the header, right aligned. To insert a header, go to insert, go to the header. Preferably use the one with the 3 placeholders. It says right aligned. So I'm going to paste that. While you will be doing that in the examination, I would advise you check properly and make sure that you enter your details accurately. Reported by should be typed correctly. Okay, that's in the header. Then it says place in the footer automated page numbers right aligned also. So we go back here in the footer. We go to the footer right aligned. We want to insert the automated page numbers. Make use of current position. So once you click on that, it drops there. Then you can take away the other placeholders. Now make sure that all the alignments match the page margins. No other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer areas. Headers and footers are displayed on all pages. Alright, once we are done, let's close this and confirm. Yes, we have this here, we have this, and yes, they are all displayed. It's displayed on all pages. Question 3. Select the subhead benefits and the following text up to and including the paragraph ending being developed continuously. So first I want to find the benefits. Alright, and up to being developed continuously should be somewhere here. Okay, here it is. Second to last paragraph. If you can't get it easily, you could just use your find. Go to your edits, find, and you can type the word there and it will search for it for you. Okay, now let's highlight it. So I click behind this, my cursor behind that, and hold down my shift key and then click after this and it will be highlighted. Now, haven't done that, what are we to do? It says change the page layout so that only this text is displayed in 2 columns of equal width with a 2 centimeter space between them. Okay, if we come to your layout, here we have 2 columns, but we can't select this because with this we cannot specify the distance in between the columns. So you go to more columns, select your 2, and here you can select this is the width and this is the spacing. It says 2 centimeters spacing between it. So we have 2 centimeters there, and here we have it. Right, let's move on. It says create and store the following style, basing it on the default or normal paragraph style. Take note, please, this is very important. When you are creating a style, you should always take note that very likely you will be requested to give a screenshot. So take note of this. It says that to take a screenshot to show that you have defined the settings for the VC subhead style. Make sure that there's evidence that you have based this on the default or normal paragraph style. Okay, let's start this. Before we start, let's be specific on where our cursor is. Go to your home menu. In the styles group, you click on the style manager button. Now take note of where your cursor is located right now. What is the active style? We have the VC body, because when you are done creating the style, it will change this. So it's necessary for you to know so you can return it back to the correct style. Now let's click on this button which says new style. Now what's the name of the style is VC subhead. Okay, I want to highlight that. Okay, I missed out the V, so let me type that in. VC subhead. It's a serif font. A serif font is a font with edges, something like the Times New Roman. It's a good example of a serif font, while Arial is a good example for the sans serif font, that's font without edges. Now the font size is 16. Okay, so with center alignment, so I'm going to place it at the center here. Bold, italic. Okay, turn on the bold, make it italic. Then should be single line spacing, 0 before and 8 after. So you want to go to your format, click on the paragraph. The line spacing is single, space before 0, space after should be 8 points. So we change that to 8 points, and that is applied. Okay, once you can confirm that, before I apply it, let's take a screenshot of this. That's going to be the Windows Shift and the S key, and we can take that screenshot. Okay, now when you click on OK, like I said, it will apply it to this, but you want to go back and just click on the VC body, which was the initial style. Now let's drop this here. Okay, then we can move on to the next question. Question 5 says, identify the 4 subheadings in the document and apply the VC subhead style to each one of them. Alright, here we have benefits for 1. We have here the Dream Max 2. We have equipment 3, and okay, here we have the 4th one. So let's apply this paragraph subhead that was created. Subhead there. Okay, equipment. Just click within it. It's a paragraph style. You don't have to highlight. It will pick the style on the paragraph. Okay, so we have the 4 subheads have been applied with that style. Now locate and move the paragraph. Cycling is an excellent up till a mass participation event. Okay, I would want to use my find just so you know how to use it. Cycling is a, oh sorry, I have my caps lock on. Let's check for that. Cycling is an excellent. Okay, I could have copied that, but I just want to show you how to use this. All right. Okay, it's not speaking this. I guess I just have to copy it then, just so I don't make a mistake. Okay, now that's it. Guess I was typing the wrong thing. Now cycling up till this point, event. All right. Participation. Okay, so what are we going to do with it? Is locate and move the paragraph so that it appears as a new paragraph immediately after the subhead benefits. So if I'm going to move it, that means I'm going to cut it out of that place. I'm going to cut it out just immediately after benefits. It should apply here. Then I'm going to paste it there. Okay, yes, that has been done. Now import the image j2322cyclist.jpg and place it in the paragraph beginning. Cheating has become an, okay, so it's to locate that paragraph. Cheating, let me turn up the styles here. Here it is. Cheating has become. Okay, I want to click there, find this image and place it where. Let's go to our source files to locate the image cyclist. Sorry, so we have cyclist j21 cyclist here. We want to copy that file. Now let's return back and close the find bar here, and I can drop it by pasting it there. Okay, that's good. I rotate the image 180 degrees. So I'm going to click on this image, and immediately you click on it, you will notice the menu, the picture format will come up. Here we have under the arrange group, the rotate tool. It says rotate 180 degrees. So I'm going to be using, either I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to rotate it a second time to give me 180 degrees, or you could have just gone directly into here and come to the angle and rotate by 180 degrees. type in 180 and you will still have the same thing. Okay, now format the image so that it is resized to a width of 4 centimeters with the aspect ratio maintained, meaning the ratio between the width and the height should be maintained when you are reducing the size. So if I'm to reduce the width now to 4 centimeters, you take note that as I'm reducing it, the height is also reducing, maintaining the aspect ratio. Okay, that's 4 centimeters. Now it is aligned to the right of the column and the top of the paragraph starting this, and the text wraps around the image. So I'm going to wrap the text first. Here we have the text wrap, make it tight. Then I'm going to move it to the right side of that paragraph, because it says the top of the paragraph aligned to the right of the top. Okay, now once we've done that, the text have been wrapped around it. Next question says locate the table in the document and format the first row of the table so it looks like this. Now from what I can see here, you can see it's a merged row and it's also colored with a gray, or has a shading of a gray color. So let's go there, locate the table. Alright, it's already merged. So basically you just want to give it a shading of, under the table design, pick a gray color. Okay, I think that looks like what we want. Exactly. Okay, now we've been able to format this. Exactly. Now the next question says sort the data in the table from Asia Pacific to rest of the world into descending order of download growth. Okay, that means from here. So that means we have a header row in this table. Okay, so let's highlight this aspect. Descending order of the download growth. So we come to your, and you're going to select that I have a header row, so that it's going to take that first row here as the header row. And now we are sorting by the download growth row, descending order. So now you are selected, so it's not going to change this row at the top. Now you can see, and with that it has carried out a descending order sort. Exactly. So we've done that. Now let's move on. Insert new rows as the last row in the table and enter the following details. Okay, to insert a new row, you can either click and hit your tab button, or you click the plus beside it, or you could even right click and just insert a new row below, whichever one works. Now let's insert this detail. 7%. I'm gonna be having 7% there, sorry, 7%. And the last one is 19%. Okay, now that is in. Okay, apply the VC table style to rows 2 to 8 only. So we have from rows 2 down to row 8. We're going to be applying the VC styles table. So we go there, we are picking the table. Here we have table, and that is applied to it. Apply to row 1 to 8 a 3-point black external border with no internal grid lines displayed when printed. Okay, rows 1 to 8. Let's take away this for now. Highlight the whole table, rows 1 to 8. We want to take away all internal borders. So click on borders. We first have no borders. Now that is gone. Then we now need an external border, which is 3 to 4. It says rows 1 to 8, 3 to 4 points black external border. So let's change the border first to 3 to 4 points. Okay, this is 4.5, so we'll go with this. And then we want outside borders only. Exactly. Okay, now make sure that all the text in each row displays on one line. Okay, now we don't have that here. You want to expand this. Okay, till we have one line. All the text now, this is not yet displayed on one line. Still need to expand this. Okay, now we have all the text on one line. You might want to reduce this a little bit. Let's see if we could reduce this also. Good. So that the table stays within the margin. The table borders and all data fit within the column width. Good. And there is 8-point space after the table. Okay, so this fits within. To give it an 8 point after the table spacing, you have to come to the paragraph after the table. Then we give it an 8-point spacing before that paragraph, so that it gives out the space from the table. And that we have our 8-point spacing from the table. Lastly, we have to spell check and proofread the document. So to do a spell check, you want to go to your review. Here is a spell check with the shortcut F7 if you want to use this. Let me click on that. Okay, here we have a paragraph that says this saves traveling time. Okay, what do you want us to do? This save traveling time. Okay, I'll just go with this. This save traveling time. Here we have saves. Okay. Why is this repeating it over and over again? All right, let's just ignore it once. Okay, so now that has passed. There's no spelling error. And there are no widows or orphans. Sorry. Table is not split over the 2 columns or pages. There are no widows or orphans, no blank pages. The original styles are maintained. The style are applied consistently. And then the spacing is consistent between all lines. So let's take a look at that. Do we have widow orphan? Okay, here we have part of this, so I want to move this to the next page. Good. Also, I'm going to move this to the next line. Sorry, it's both on the same page, so I can leave that. It's not a widow. Alright, the table is not split. The data is okay that way. Alright, so we can end it here. Let's take a look. Save the document using the same file name from format used in step 1 and print the document. So once we are done, we want to save the document and let's print. I always advise you print it out in PDF so you see what it looks like. Let's print it out in PDF. It's Microsoft PDF. Okay, let's print it out. I'm going to call that printout 1 in my source file. Printout 1. Save that. Let's take a look at what it's going to look like. Okay, here we are. Yes, 2 pages. We don't have any splits, no orphan, no widow. And the aspect ratio, all spacing, all line styles are consistent and maintained. Alright, and that we come to the end of this video. If you like what you have seen, kindly subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Hit the like button and the notification bell so when I release another video, you will be notified. Remember, you have to practice. The more you practice, the more you enforce your skills and your perfection to be able to do it better. Wish you all the best in your examinations. And until I see you in my next video, stay safe. Bye.